Nice. Guys, thank you for joining me on another video. Yes, I know I should be doing a setup on my truck, but the problem is the trainee completely went out on me, so it had to be picked up by a tow truck today. As you can see, my trailer's sitting there without a truck. Went into the shop, to a different shop, to get a trainee put in. I do have the kit already. Here, let me show you. So here's the kit. I do have the kit ready to go. I just need some time. There's a lot of shit that's been happening, and I'm trying to catch up on everything. But this is my setup that's going in my flatbed. Hell, right there, just having that on your fuel filter. Shit, that's 50 horsepower right there. Two of them, that's an extra 100 horsepower. Anyway, enough with that. And also the video I was going to post on my F550, the IDI, turning up the pump. What happened is my caliper went out going to work the other day. So I'm waiting on that. The caliper should be in tomorrow. I'm going to install the caliper, get that out of the way, and then now we'll be posting a video on that. Today, I'm doing a gooseneck. I got some fifth wheel rails. And the reason I got the rails is because this truck was set up for a fifth wheel at one time. So I do have the brackets already welded on here. As you can see, brackets already there. So this is just an emergency in case I do get a job, because I don't have a gooseneck in this truck to pull that trailer. And I am just in a damn bind right now, so I do need to install this. It's a very simple install. It's not the best install because this is going to be bolted down. I prefer it to be welded. I don't like using bolts. I like that sucker to be welded onto the frame. But like I said, this is just temporary emergency use for a few days until I get my truck back, because, of course, got to keep working. So, yeah, this install should go pretty quick. I already have the holes previous. There was a black bed liner in here. I ripped the whole thing out. That was old as shit. That needed to come out. But, yeah, I'm going to get installing this, and I'll show you the finished product. It should take me roughly 30 minutes at the most. All I have to do is run my rails, my hardware, tighten it down, and that's it. Okay, so there it is. I got it all done. Got my pins in there. Everything's ready to go. Took me less than 20 minutes because, like I said, everything was already pre-drilled. And all I had to do is set it down, put the pins in, put the hardware in. You know, if you have to start from scratch where you're going to have to pull your bed and do some welding, then, you know, you're talking a good 8 hours of, you know, of getting everything prepped, getting everything welded, drilled. Yeah, it's going to be a whole day's worth of work if you have to start from scratch. But yeah, this is my emergency truck now. I'll be able to pull my gooseneck with it. So the nice thing about this emergency little setup here, I can go both ways. I can go back to a fifth wheel or the gooseneck, and it was fairly cheap. Found a plate for $100, free shipping on Amazon, and I found the rails for $65 for the pair with shipping, so $165. And it came with the pins, and all I had to do is just buy some of the hardware, which ran me like 12 bucks. So under what, 180 bucks, you have an emergency setup if you're in a position like I am and you need to tow something. But yeah, can't beat that. And I also wanted to touch base about my transmission. I don't like talking shit about companies. My transmission was rebuilt with Monster Transmission out of Brooksville, Florida. Now, they are a big outfit. They pump out a lot of transmissions. I don't know much about them. I've done some research. I should have dug a little deeper on the diesel side, because there was a lot of transmission that were just for normal gas vehicles, you know, smaller cars. But it was kind of my fault. I should have went a little deeper, asked more questions, how much experience they had with diesel trucks with lots of torque. And yeah, the transmission failed within 10 minutes of use. The service manager that works there, he doesn't have, I don't believe he knows anything about cars, any kind of knowledge about automobiles. That was insane when I met with him. They had my truck there for over 10 days, 3 times in a shop. Still couldn't figure out the problem. To make the long story short, came down to a credit card dispute because they just could not figure out what's wrong with my transmission, why it failed, and they were not willing to stand behind their work and build me a new transmission. The final outcome was they blamed it on my computer, which is bullshit. But anyway, so yeah, if you have a diesel truck, I would definitely not recommend using Monster transmission. Find somebody else, do your research, ask a lot of questions, ask about the warranty, because that was another issue. When my truck went into the shop, they tried to charge me for labor. They said that was not under the warranty of them pulling the transmission out again, which I think it should be. You know, I'm not in the automotive repair business. Maybe it's not industry standards to give you that kind of warranty, but I believe it should be covered under the warranty, the labor. But anyway, it was just a big nightmare with Monster transmission. Yeah, if you have a heavy-duty truck, you're doing any kind of towing, I would definitely not recommend going with them. It was just an crazy experience, and it just sucked. But yeah. So anyway, next video I'll be posting will be the e-fuel video, hopefully. Keep my fingers crossed. I get my truck back here Monday or Tuesday, hopefully. If I do, got some cool gauges on a pillar that are going in the truck, and that e-setup, and also as soon as I get my caliper done this weekend on my F450, I'll be posting a video how to give it a little more juice on that IDI, that older 7.3. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer them as fast as possible. Thank you again.